Willow whispered to the closest sugarberry tree. She was resting her head lightly against the trunk, her palms pressed flat against the smooth, silvery bark. The tree bent gently toward her, a stray branch catching briefly in her hair. Find him, guide him, with a nod and a bend. Bring him to me. Ube, ego, sum. There was a faint swirl of purple mist around her lips as her head rocked back, her eyes shutting in a wave of satisfaction that washed over her. The pain in her side momentarily softened. The dragons huddled behind her, snorting and pawing at the ground. Eamon, always the closest to her. The leaves of the sugarberry rustled and the roots around Willow's feet shook with a low hum. The witch opened her eyes and watched the next closest tree, an old live oak that passed for tall in Travis County, quiver in response in the moonlight. It was passing along the message. Eamon tilted his large head to the left and then the right. A puff of frosty air rose out of his mouth, warming into droplets. He stood up straighter, stretching his long neck, watching the parade of trembling trees. A swish, swish of sound in the treetops. A start and then a stop, jumping to the next recipient. Willow sagged against the sugarberry, her energy spent from the one simple bit of magic. The truth was, the trees would have listened to her without the spell. They were always keeping watch over her. She needed the reassurance with the spell. Eamon rubbed his large nose gently against her back. Willow could feel the silver dragon absorbing her pain, exchanging energy with her. A faint glow grew around her face as the connection grew stronger. Sparks of blue and white light, forming themselves into tiny triangles, danced in front of her. The other dragons grew restless. Anail unfolded her translucent, leathery wings and sat back on her haunches. Sparks jumped in tiny arcs across her wings. The small green dragon let out a loud screech, flames licking around her large teeth. Hannah stood behind Lucas, barking at the smallest of the three dragons. Eamon pulled back, roaring and stomping his feet and interrupting the pulse. There, Hannah," said Lucas, not taking his eyes off the dragons. He was loosely holding his wand in his hand, down by his side. "Your friend's not going to know what to do. Tell him to wait by the house. No one should know about the dragons." Willow knew who he meant. "He'll know what to do," said Willow, one hand still braced against the tree. "Justin will know. In for a penny." Available now on Amazon and in Kindle Unlimited.